Kevin, thank you very much. We're pleased to welcome two members of the Gloriae Dei Cantores group, Sister Evangeline and Dr. Jim Jordan. Guys, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you for having us.
Jim, I'm going to start with you. All right.
Okay.
Tell us about the Gloriae Dei Cantores.
Well, actually, Gloriae Dei Cantores is the choir at the monastic community called the Community of Jesus, located, 90 miles south of here, down on Cape Cod. It's interesting we talk about it because we're talking about chant this morning. Then the Gloriae Dei Schola actually come from within the choir. But it all looks like this a bit because in our community, chant is where music began. So these now are under the auspices of Gloriae Dei Cantores, but they're part of our Schola.
And there are 10 CDs.
There are.
That the Schola itself has produced.
That's right.
But this one I'm holding is particularly appropriate for today's show and also for us, the month of October, because the Chants of Mary. If people were to obtain a copy of this fantastic CD, what would they hear? What would they truly come to appreciate?
Well, first of all, it's the men's Schola that did this CD.
Okay.
Jim was part of that. These are the chants, the ones that everyone knows and loves. Ave Maria, Salve Regina, all those ones that you know by heart and are just so enjoyable to listen to. So it's one of my favorite CDs to listen to it just even in the office space as some background music. But more than that, it comes out of our regular life where we sing these daily.
And my understanding is, because this is a super audio CD, from a technical standpoint, that if people were to listen to this CD, they would almost be in, or almost feel like they're in Orleans.
That's the idea.
Because it's like surround sound, right?
Exactly. Yeah. But the point of that is actually to give you the experience of being in the service, in the church, so that if you have that available to you in the sound, then you're actually walking into those prayers right along with us. Now, do you mind a quick story that goes with that recording?
Not at all.
Because as Sister Evange was pointing out, this is very much a part of our daily life. This is why chant is so important and why it's sprung up. We were recording this at a very cold time of year on Cape Cod in January, and very windy and so forth, and we had to actually stop, and we agreed as the men's Schola that we would come back at about 4 in the morning and start the recording again when the wind was supposed to have silenced. What we didn't know is that many of the sisters were then preparing the church, and when we walked back in, they had set this up with candles, with the proper lighting, and I believe there might have even been a little incense, if I remember right, that gave us not only the sense of the service, but the level of care that it truly was it's a communal effort.
Understood.
To produce those.
Yeah, I'm shocked too about chant. And I know recently there was a CD that came out. I was going to say album, but that would date me. A CD that came out, and it was #1. What is it about chant that touches people's hearts?
Well, I think for one thing, it's the vehicle for Scripture. It's very simple in a lot of ways. It's like the tunes, it's one line of music at a time, and it's basically straight Scripture. So when you're coming in to any service in the day, and who knows what you're bringing in with you, maybe it's a good day or maybe it's a bad day, but you can always find something in those psalms that are going to express the things that you need to be saying to God or the things that you want to hear from God. And I think just as the Scripture is alive, the chant is alive in that way to you.
So the Chants of Mary, Gloriae Dei Cantores, men's Schola, you have other CDs too, so much for people to draw upon and be transformed by the power of chant. Where can people learn more about the group, your community, and also get a copy of some of this beautiful music?
Well, there are 2 sites you can go to right off the bat. You can go to www.paracleterecordings.com. Pardon me, and that will actually take you right in and you can see these recordings. To find out more about the choir, you can go to www.gdcchoir.org.
You know, I'm smiling, Jim, because how you say W, it is clear that you're from Kansas.
Oh, I'm a Kansan through and through. It's how it is.
Well, thank you so much, sister. Thanks, Jim, for being on.
Absolutely.
And coming from the Cape to Catholic TV. And